Bankrupt BlockFi suing FTX founder over Robinhood shares promised as collateral. The recently bankrupt crypto lender BlockFi, in case you missed it, they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, is suing FTX's CEO Sam Bankman-Fried to obtain shares of Robinhood he allegedly pledged to the company as collateral earlier this month. The lender's complaint alleges that Bankman-Fried's investment vehicle Emergent Fidelity Technologies, in partnership with ED&F Man, a London-based financial services firm that acted as a broker for Bankman-Fried, has custody over the collateral that belongs to BlockFi. The filing lodged in the same New Jersey court BlockFi opted for bankruptcy protection goes on to claim that Bankman-Fried's vehicle has defaulted on its obligations under the pledge agreement and that it failed to satisfy its obligations thereunder despite written notice of default and acceleration. The bankrupt lender said it will now look to enforce the terms of a pledge agreement and to recover collateral that is property of these bankruptcy estates. So I'm very curious to see how this will go, because FTX or Sam Bankman-Fried did bail out BlockFi before. I talked about it in an earlier video, and now they are suing him. So that's very interesting. Then this article was grabbing my attention, which is presenting CoinDesk's most influential 2022. The year 2022 has been like no other in crypto history. Each December since 2014, CoinDesk has taken stock of the year to date to find the themes, stories and people that made the biggest impact on crypto, blockchain and Web3. This gives us a chance to recognize the good as well as the bad. Though it may seem like the cryptoverse suffered an entire year of calamity and failures, it only has been a tumultuous 6 months. Keep that in mind, because it feels like we've been in this bear market for an eternity, but in fact it's only been 6 months. Hence the reason I believe it's still not over. I'm just sitting tight waiting for opportunities to happen. Now, the crypto industry has lost 2 trillion in value, including countless people's savings, since the price of Bitcoin peaked just over 1 year ago. Nonetheless, long-term positive trends continued. The tide of mainstream interest is still moving into the crypto sphere. Regulatory efforts have gained momentum and urgency, and creators are still seeking and finding their way on-chain and virtually experimenting with non-fungible tokens, the metaverse and Web3. If you look at my Twitter, I've posted a tweet yesterday saying that I still believe in crypto, and the reason for that is the fact that if this much drama or black swan events would happen in the regular banking system with that many bankruptcies, it will all come crashing down, and crypto is still here and the price of Bitcoin is actually still faring very well. So that's why I still believe in crypto in general. And it's not financial advice because I'm not a registered financial advisor, but I did want to vent my opinion on this one. And their first most influential of 2022 is Changpeng ZZ Zhao, because he vanquished a 40 billion rival with just one tweet. This is talking about the whole FTX debacle. Then we've got Zach XBT for leaving crypto scammers no place to hide. I never heard of him, so I figured I'd pull him up here, and it said, leaving crypto scammers no place to hide. This pseudonymous Twitter sleuth's viral exposés of on-chain fraud and wrongdoing helped lead French authorities to arrest a crime ring that stole 2.5 million in Bored Ape Yacht Club's NFTs. That's why Zach XBT is one of CoinDesk's most influential of 2022. And then on number 5, they had Molly White and the Skeptics. I never heard of them, so I figured pull them up again. It turns out that the headlines come from Web3 is going just great, a blog that chronicles the many scams, hacks, hiccups, rug pulls, missteps and cringe of crypto and blockchain. And quote, there are these enormous promises being made by people in the industry of how Web3 is the future of finance and will solve every little problem, says Molly White, the 29-year-old software engineer and longtime Wikipedia editor who created and runs the site. So apparently she's behind Web3 is going just great. So be sure to check out this entire list. I didn't do it for the sake of the video and the time it will take you to view this, but let's move on to the next article, which is Goldman Sachs reportedly looking to buy crypto firms after FTX collapse. Of course, because everything has dropped down in price, so there are great opportunities. As crypto company valuations are affected by the recent FTX debacle, financial services firm Goldman Sachs is looking to swoop in and invest millions to purchase or invest in crypto firms while the prices are low. The executive added that the firm is currently seeing opportunities that are priced more sensibly and are already doing its due diligence on some crypto companies. So on one hand, you've got banks and institutions looking to get into crypto or to buy companies that are active into crypto or to get stocks from those companies. And then on the other hand, a digital bank based in the United Kingdom has banned crypto purchases for its users. And they are talking about the UK bank Starling. It bans crypto related purchases and deposits, citing high risk. According to this tweet, they said, "Hey there, we always review our position in relation to financial crime. We consider crypto activity to be high risk. We've taken the decision to prevent all card payments to crypto merchants and to implement further restrictions on outgoing and incoming transfers." So on one hand, you've got companies that see a possibility or an opportunity, and then on the other hand, you see companies that are becoming more scared, in my opinion. Alright, then the final article. Over 8% Bitcoin supply was bought between 15,500 and 17,000. So 8%, that's a lot. You know that there are a maximum of 21 million Bitcoin, so do the math yourself. An interpretation is determined by averaging the cost of acquiring Bitcoin holdings, with which analysts arrive at the volume of holders facing either unrealized loss or unrealized profits. By deriving unrealized losses, it's easy to predict at what point buyers of a specified price range are more likely to sell or continue accumulating. Transfer of ownership from long to short-term holders is occurring near 20,000 to indicate that long-term holders are capitulating at that point. Investor confidence is higher around there, since most holders of the supply are long-term holders that are already in profit and hence have no rush in selling their positions. Meanwhile, the 30,000 to 55,000 is showing high demand from both long-term and short-term investors who were caught off guard by the market crash and are now on the loss. Holders between these ranges are likely to wait and win support or break even in the worst market situation. And that's one thing I think that will happen myself as well, because if the price goes back up, so let's say Bitcoin will eventually crawl back up to around 65,000 euros or dollars, what will happen is we will see a lot of setbacks in between, because people will wait for them to break even and then count their blessings, take out their money and be like, okay, this was a great adventure, I'm never going to get back into crypto. On the other hand, you'll have new investors who will get that rush for the first time, who are going to be ecstatic that they are inside a bull market and they will see their portfolio grow and they will stay. But the whole question is that group larger than the group that's going to pull out their money? I don't know. Hence the reason I think for me the best thing to do is to dollar cost average down, but also dollar cost average out. So let's say I'm taking 10% out on 40,000, on 50,000, on 60,000, on 70,000 for instance, to make sure that I get my initial back, and then I'll either sit out the wave or I'm going to take out everything completely, depending on the situation where I am in life. Right, that was it for today. See you on the next one. Doei!